Did you say Moss?
No, not Moss. I said fuck Elon Musk. What's good, people? We're back for Popcorn and Pints. Man of Steel and The Dark Knight. Yes, yes, yes. More from us, more Batman, more Superman, more fun.
It continues.
These two were, yeah, more fun definitely continues. I would say these two films, I did enjoy both of these films. Unlike last week, I only enjoyed one, which you guys know was Batman. This film right here, though, I just want to say this before we get really diving into it with the Man of Steel. This one, since part 2, actually felt like a Superman movie. Everything else just felt like bullshit and stalking and bad parenting. But this one here actually felt like it made me feel like I was watching Superman, which made me feel good. Like it was like this is cool. This is good. This is
so like and I'm not prying or anything, but like
no.
Even like the originals.
I said since part 2.
Oh, since part 2. I didn't hear the
since part 2.
That's what I was trying to, because I thought you liked those too.
Clearly, Mick doesn't listen to you.
1 and 2 felt like
That's
Superman.
What I got out of that.
3 and 4 felt like super garbage, and the last one felt like Super Stalker Returns. So this felt like an actual Superman movie, and I like how it almost felt like not as good as, but like this was like Superman's version of Batman Begins, where they're just like, all right, fuck this, we're starting fresh, and we're giving more of the origin, like how Batman Begins gave deeper in the origin, how they went, they showed more of the story. Yes, we know the story of Batman, this, that, and the third, but they showed more of the origin. I like how they did it with this film with Superman, back and forth with flashbacks, and kind of did a few things, and they build up to where we get to with this film. I thought they did a really good job with that, so I was happy about that.
So are we starting with Man of Steel?
Oh yeah, I just feel we might as well just keep, just because again, going back to the first episode, we've been starting with Superman, so just do it all the way through.
But ratings first?
Yes. So with that said, Fade Theory, what is your rating for Man of Steel?
30. It's like you're saying. This some reason I really saw this is underrated. Wasn't there a lot of people who didn't like this movie or something? But I thought it was pretty good. So I'm gonna say 8.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it.
Stories? How about you, good sir?
I actually really enjoyed this movie too. I think this one got me on the Henry Cavill bandwagon because I've enjoyed watching him and everything he's done since. But and I'll touch more on this some of the points you mentioned just previously a few minutes ago. But yeah, 8. I'm 8.
Nice. Gamer?
Not too bad. I had a good time with it. I've seen this one 3 or 4 times, and I feel like every time I watch it, it decreases a little bit for me. I'm at, give or take right now, I'm at about a 6.5.
Ooh, interesting. Mr. Manhattan?
Cavill did his thing, though. I can't wait till I look like him.
In the rare occurrences of when we do these, I am in complete agreement with Chris. I give it a 6.5. I like the movie. I agree with him every time I watch it. Like I find things where I'm like, it's more of like a knock against it. And but I do love Cavill. I loved Cavill's Superman. Don't love the world that they built.
Okay.
Fair.
Some of the CG rubbing away.
I thought Russell Crowe was good in it too, though.
He was. Russell. He was not overdone. He was kind of the perfect amount of Russell Crowe.
Agreed. I gave this one a 7.5. Out of all the Superman movies we did watch, this one was my favorite of them all. But I mean, the highest rating I gave was a 7, so it wasn't by like a hell of a lot. But again, like I said, this did give me the feel of a Superman movie. I do agree with you though, Gamer, with the CGI stuff and all that. They overdid it, and it wasn't done very well. Because I understand for these type of films they have to do it, and I'm not mad when these when superhero films have to do do CGI versus horror. I hate when horror does it. I don't mind when these type of films do it, but you got to do it right. You have to do it good.
In this universe, it seems like every set piece they had, all of the atmosphere had some type of a haze due to the type of environment it was in. You had like smoky, you had the snowy, you had it just everything looked dreamy and blurry through everything, especially when he was like being man of stature. You know, and it just
I got
took away.
a question for you guys then.
Mm-hmm.
Are you comparing it to today's technology, or can you place yourself just there?
But that's the thing.
What the CGI was like there.
This was 2013. Like, it's not that far ago. And like CGI, although components in the world of visual effects have definitely upgraded since then, and with every passing like movie and especially superhero movies like this, but it's not like they're so far beyond. That's not like Superman last year had so much more technology than this one did. It's just, it was two different perspectives really on who Superman is. This one was very honestly, like this was the one that set the Zack Snyder universe on. And we have to remember, this was Zack Snyder's first film after The Watchmen that was set in this world of DC, because The Watchmen's a DC product too. He did Sucker Punch and stuff as well. But like when he did this was literally an answer to Superman that matches The Dark Knight. Now, they were never going to be together. They said that from the beginning, but they definitely went for it. And Zack Snyder was not tapped to build DC's movie studio when he did this. This did well, and then he got the sequel, and then he was like, I'm building towards Justice League. I have a plan. And it's the rest of it. We can get into that when we do Justice League and Batman vs. Superman. But this didn't have a huge plan. They just wanted a Superman movie that was similar in tone to Batman, or The Dark Knight, I should say. Not even Batman Begins or Dark Knight Rises. They wanted The Dark Knight. And that's why, like, if you look at it, they have that gleam, because it's that like shimmer and shine that he has whenever they look at him, is because Batman is supposed to be dark and brooding, cold. And then you're supposed to have Superman who's more into the light, but he shot it like it was dark. It feels almost my problem with one big problem with this movie is it feels too cold for a Superman movie.
Okay.
That's personally.
Isaac, no, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, he was very straightforward.
Honestly, to counter that, I feel like coming off of the Christopher Reeves movies, Superman Returns, it was refreshing to get this take, something different. I like that the tone shifted. Obviously, The Dark Knight's a huge influence. Dark Flight was 2005, or something like that. This is 2013. Obviously, you're playing off the success, or not Dark Knight, but Batman Begins came out 2005. So you have the Batman movies that happened before this.
Well, we are talking just to interrupt for one, and I'm so sorry. I don't want to do that.
All right, asshole.
Because we're talking about The Dark Knight with this.
Yeah.
It is instrumental to make sure that everybody understands, and I'm talking to everybody out there.
What year was Dark Knight? Batman Begins
2008. It came out 2 months in July after Iron Man came out.
Okay.
So you got to remember, all of these movies, 2008 set the tone. From going forward, those were the tone. Batman, or The Dark Knight, is, in my opinion, the greatest comic book superhero movie ever, hands down. And they've gotten just as good or less than. Like, The Dark Knight just for some reason hit right. And I think they were going for that with Man of Steel. I remember the rushes. I remember it was like, everybody, we need to be a little bit darker in what we're going for and things like that. So it's I think it hurt a lot of properties going forward.
You know, like Chris was saying, I like the take on him fucking basically becoming Ryu and traveling the world and fucking taking different jobs and trying not to.
They brought a different tone to this that I appreciate, and I wasn't sick of seeing by after 5 Superman movies. Like, you get a slightly darker tone. I can understand you want to play off the success of where Batman's going by this point, but it's Superman. He's never been a dark character theatrically in the comic book. Yes, there's some darker storylines, but this isn't the kind of character where you can make that gritty type movie. So you're walking a line here, and it's difficult. And I like the way Zack Snyder at least handled it for this. You have the Flash. This is the first one that really dove into some of the challenges as a kid, which I appreciated. You get a little more of the background. There's more character development, I feel like, not just for Superman in this movie, but fucking General Zod. Grandizer had a comment about General Zod. I thought, and I don't know the actor's name, but I really enjoyed him as the villain in this.
Yeah.
When they did this, there's a lot of really good Superman graphic novels that are out that you can get. One of them's Birthright. That was a heavy influence on this one. And that sort of and Birthright was written in a way to kind of retell the origin of Superman, but also, and like this movie did, touch down on like what Smallville was doing. Because Smallville was really building a lot of lore to Superman as a kid that really helped, like, I think, solidify Superman in a lot of people's eyes on screen. And like he's just not this overpowered thing and stuff anymore. Now, like there's a humanity, there's an integrity to him, like how this plays out. And I think they're incorporating all of that because it is instrumental, his growing up. And one thing I do want to point out that Superman did travel after he got out of college. He travels the world. He learned every language. He went everywhere. He would help people under disguise, figuring out who he was. And he would write in different times. It was like he would either write an article as a freelance journalist and photographer, or, you know, kind of like what Peter Parker was doing with the photography, Spider-Man. Or he would have, you know, in some of the newer ones, he had a blog that, you know, kind of got him the job.
Okay.
Because you mentioned that, Mick, with Superman and Spider-Man, was as far as I forgot where Spider-Man worked at. I'm sorry about that. But Daily Planet and
Daily Planet was Superman. Daily
Oh
Bugle.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Daily Bugle. Did one copy the other with that, or did they come out on the same time?
Marvel and
I know they copied each other, but which one not
Marvel copied on that instance. Marvel copied Superman.
Okay.
There's like this. It's not a rule. It's not an unwritten rule or anything like that. But it was very clear that they were stealing from each other constantly. Look at how many characters you have. Darkseid and you have Apocalypse. You have what's the most famous one?
Batman and Moon Knight are very similar too, aren't they?
Well, they've always like Batman has been a template for a lot of heroes. Wolverine, Moon Knight, anybody who's like a brooding hero, anti-hero, he's been like the template for it. Any Sentry is Superman.
Do you think that the just with Spider-Man and Superman, do you think the red and blue means anything? Do you think that's a kind of
I think that's just an American thing. I think the more American the hero at that time, especially in 1938 for Superman, that's huge. And but what Siegel and Schuster and a lot of people don't understand is they made him at a time. There were two Jewish comic book writers that made Superman in a way to inspire hope in the in like the Jewish community that was being forced into ghettos at the time in Germany and Poland, all over the place. So they wrote this as a way of like, because if you look at Superman, he has Jewish features, you know, comparatively to a blonde hair, blue eyed Homelander type, you know what I mean? You know, so like they wrote that for this. And it's actually, a lot of people call it the story of Moses. Not really. They've said themselves it's the story of Jesus. That's why even in the very first comic, it's Jonathan and Martha, Jonathan and Mary, Kent, and then she becomes Martha, or Joseph and Mary Kent, and then it becomes Jonathan and Martha.
Interesting.
So it's like one of those things like where it was very symbolic. When Spider-Man came in, it's very much a similar effect. Bright, colorful costumes just worked. That's what kids wanted. They wanted to buy them. They want to see them. Spider-Man has, in my opinion, still the best costume.
Love it. Yeah.
I will say
every version.
This has all the elements we've seen from the previous Superman movies, but it's done in a different way, which I appreciate. Lois discovering the Clark Kent's identity, like she tracks him down through all his previous jobs around the world, all the way to, you know, Jonathan Kent's grave where he finally shows up. I love the way they've done that. It's a new take, which I appreciate, but it works for the story. I liked Henry Cavill and Amy Adams, right? That's the I like their chemistry. I think she was a solid Lois Lane.
I didn't like her.
Me neither.
I'm not going to say she's my favorite. I think
Chris and I are on the same page here. Like,
I mean, she don't have the attitude and the confidence like the other Loises, but I didn't mind her. And the thing is, it showed. I like how they made it see like how good she is at her job. She is like the best reporter ever to hunt this shit down, narrow it down.
They
for them.
They skipped over a lot.
Yeah, they did.
I mean,
They had to skip. But if they told the whole thing, like all the places she went to fucking hound them down, it would have been pretty cool.
Oh, well, like I just want to point out, Amy Adams as an actor, I think is phenomenal, and I like her, and I didn't mind her in. I thought she was acting. I don't agree with the chemistry. I don't think they had great chemistry. A lot of things felt forced, and even so, my problem is I'm also remembering the other movies that precluded this and their relationship in that, and how they're almost like following an injustice storyline in this as they go on. And how integral Lois Lane is to this, I just don't feel they built up her importance enough.
It's funny you bring up injustice because when the fight scene happened between Russell Crowe and Zod, I literally was looking at it, I was like, yo, how have I not realized this? The battle armor and everything, and then it turns into a stage match and he's throwing him through the wall and bouncing his head off his knee and crushing him and shit. I was like, this is literally an injustice round match right here from the game. Yep. This is dope.
Yep.
This is another thing that pissed me off about this movie. I remember for years people bitching and moaning about how why did Superman, for spoilers, sorry, but it's over 10 years old. Why did Superman kill in this? Because he kills Zod.
I heard that too. Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, this is an origin story of him becoming Superman. To me, I was like, that makes sense for him to kill the last other member of his society. Would that make sense of why Superman now realizes I can never kill again? I always looked at it as that, but then you get to the sequel and he murders again, and you're like,
I agree with that though, Mick, but I do feel like that was one of those ones kind of like, you know, the guy's name starts with an H and ends with an R. Fuck him, I'm not going to mention his name, but you know, the German guy from back in the day. Oh. I feel like with those, you take them out when you take them out when you can, because with Zod, had he lived, he would have taken out a lot of innocent lives.
He was about to kill that family.
Yeah, he forced Superman's hand.
I'm saying that family there, but say if Superman doesn't finish him off like he does, and just fights him like he normally would, gets him locked up or whatever the case may be. By the time he could destroy the planet.
But you know what? When you get to last year's Superman, who did it fucking perfectly, which is there are people who live on the earth who are like annoyed that Superman is like this. They're like, come on, he's got to die. Like, what are you talking about? And like, for Superman to be like that, I think is so imperative to who Superman is. He gets in arguments with Batman, he gets in arguments with Wonder Woman and everybody else, and he's always that we gotta find another way, which is always the hope core of who Superman was. If you want a dark superhero, follow fucking Batman. Exactly. But you know, who still doesn't kill or use guns or anything. But well, let's not talk about the movies yet. Let's not talk about the movies yet. But I'm talking about the comics. But if you want dark, go that way. The whole point of Superman is it gets dark for him. Things get tough, but he never breaks. That's the point. He was going to stick to his principles. So it pisses me off when I watch this one, and I think like that would be a great sort of motivator for him to be like, I'm never doing this again. And everybody can get pissed at me, but I'm never doing this again. I hated that. Experience the murder and then pull away and be like, nah, I'm never again. And he's steadfast. They don't fucking do. That's why I hate these movies as much as I do. And when I say hate, they'll get, they're going to get okay scores because they're big popcorn movies, but I hate what they did to the lore without actually building on it. Like, you know what I mean? If this is the Injustice Superman, I don't mind him being darker. But you didn't go that route. You faked it. And that's what pisses me off.
I think this goes back to what you were saying. Zack Snyder had this movie. There wasn't a plan. I don't have a problem with him zapping or snapping Zod's neck. Like this is like Batman Year Zero or Year One, whatever. This is him learning to become Superman.
This is like Birthright. This is like, whereas that was Year One, this is Birthright for sure.
Yeah, he's growing into letting the world accept him and exposing himself, and he has these set of principles, but he comes across the end like the only other person left of his civilization, and this is the only way literally to save somebody. Like it's the absolute last resort. and the fact that you're forcing him to make that choice, I think it's good storytelling. What I liked about Zod, but I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. But yeah, you're right. They don't build on it. Like, it's not a springboard into anything else, and we'll talk about it more next week. But
I got. Oh, go ahead. No,
I was just going to say what I really liked about Zod in this one. The actor pulled it off. They gave him the background, like the added Krypton background, where children are programmed for specific jobs. He's programmed. He's not motivated by anything specifically like that. He wasn't programmed for. He was programmed to protect Krypton, and he believes he's doing that. Like, they gave a backstory to this villain, unlike previous Superman movies.
Which
I like that more. I like that build on it.
Yeah.
But I got a question for you guys of what it's if Batman had Superman's powers, but everything else still bad, like Batman's morals. What type of a hero would he be? And then
he would be exactly Batman. That's happened. That's a legit thing that's happened.
And then I would say same thing, which I guess I don't know if you can't necessarily call him Superman, but let's say Superman, but flipping it with Batman's money and his his
Clark Kent is Batman.
They switched that too.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Comics have done
I didn't know this.
Well, you have to understand a big part of it, and I was going to talk more about it next week when we do Batman versus Superman. But a lot of people like to think of like Lex Luthor as Batman as Superman's like opposite. He's not. Or like Joker is Batman's opposite. He's not. Batman and Superman are stark contrasts of each other. They are the opposites. And you know, they have their rules, and that's what it is, but they are very much against each other in a lot of things. But they respect each other. That's the thing. They always prove to each other that they are as good as they say, and that's where the respect comes in. It's beautifully written, but like there's things in the cartoons where Superman has had to dress up like Batman. There are times where and like they're shooting at him, and it's like, what? He's bulletproof. So,
you
know, stuff like that. Like so they have played it up. Batman's biggest power in a weird way, and I will argue this, is his humanity.
Penis? Oh.
Yeah.
That too, I guess. But
he gets a lot of women.
He has a lot.
Is it that, or is it the money?
Yeah.
But he doesn't really spend a lot of money on him though. When you like go to your watch, he'll like go out to dinner.
First of all, you're wrong. The whole ballet was on a boat of his.
Yeah,
this movie, we get to that.
It's his boat.
He literally he owns everything.
He's spending the money.
But you guys cater it, all the drinks, all the food.
He's spending money, dude.
It's not hotel. It's not magic.
That's like
he's literally bringing women to every place he owns.
Okay, right. Yes, he's spending money, but that for him,
on them, he spent money on the
Real
Chinese
estate.
guy he had to go and get. All of that was, but we'll get to that movie.
And on the first one, he bought a hotel, real estate investment,
Well,
You know,
tax deductions.
he's all about. No, I would argue that Batman's biggest power is his humanity, especially in a world where there's metahumans, and he stands toe to toe with them every time.
Agreed.
He knows he's limited. He's always known he's limited. He doesn't, and it doesn't bother him because that's not the point. Like, the point is to make them realize, like, we're doing this for humanity. Like, this is what you're the whole point. So he's a constant reminder for other heroes of that, and I love that. And they got some things right in Batman versus Superman. Some, the Ultimate Edition, anyway.
Which we'll get there. Is that okay? Is that the one we're watching
next week with Dark Knight Rises?
Oh, the Snyder. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because the Snyder movies basically had his own trilogy with a couple outliers and such. But it was Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and then the Justice League.
Okay.
And still went nowhere.
You're not wrong.
That's rough.
So.
No, also another smaller aspect that I appreciated in this, they actually talk about Superman's S symbol and what that means, which they haven't really done.
I kind of liked the symbol on. I kind of noticed it this time around with Russell Crowe, where it looks too much like an S,
Yeah.
But it is like the
Mhm.
symbol is an S, but it's got like certain things on it that kind of like make it look a little bit different and a little more badass.
Like a family emblem type shit.
Yeah, so like that kind of made me like, all right, maybe it's just like that is the way it looks.
They made it like a symbol of the House of L.
Yeah.
Like Hal-El,
And they had
Jor-El.
Iron Man technology.
And
Motherfucker, the suit just comes on like Iron Man.
you know what? And it's been this isn't a first time watch for me. It's been a number of years since I've seen this, so I didn't remember everything. They spend the first like 25 minutes is Russell Crowe and Krypton and General Zod and like just the destruction of Krypton.
The
Which
rebellion.
sounds like a lot. With 25 minutes worth of time ish, sounds like a lot, but I feel like they did it good. Like I wasn't mad that they spent the time to establish that background, especially going
Grandizer earlier. Grandizer said a comment about Zod. He goes, Zod was a great villain, but you're on his side in a way. Because he was trying to help his world.
Zod thinks he's doing what he was programmed to do.
Yeah.
Well, and I think a beautiful thing about this one. Well, this movie was written by David S. Goyer, who wrote all three of the Nolan trilogy. For Batman.
Okay.
So like this has an edge as far as a movie goes. You can't have Zod as the villain and not have that 25-minute segment of like on Krypton and how everything's going. The thing I love that they built up there is like a lot of people are just like, why do we need an origin again? I was like, we're not. We don't even we barely see the baby until he puts the codex in him.
Yeah.
Like it really is. We're seeing what Krypton was like and how they make everybody the way they are. And like it's such a beautiful fact that Clark is actually a bred child of Krypton.
Yeah.
You know, the literal last son of Krypton.
The first one in decades. Naturally born child.
And sticking people in like Superman's always been that, or you know, Clark Kent has always been a symbol of like, as powerful as he is, he's how do I put it? But like he's a symbol of like for people who feel out of place. He's always been sort of a fish out of water trying to fit in. And I always liked that about Superman. And that was always a cool quality that they had to him, is like he always made you feel like you were not just an outsider, you know? And for this to make it so that way that like even more reinforced, it's like we make you who you are here on Krypton. And then what do you call it? You know, we make you who you are on Krypton, but like he didn't. He beat the odds because of Jor-El and Lara. I don't know. I think I find beauty in that. I find like a certain,
no, that was good. You know. By the way, the final battle of scene, the climax of this movie, they absolutely annihilate Metropolis. Like
they just so many people died. So many people died.
It is blown to shit.
Yep. Who's responsible for more deaths in these cities where superheroes are?
The villain or the hero? One is Superman. It's Superman.
No. I'm saying I'm saying is it the villains or is it the heroes? Because I'm like,
it's both are fighting each other.
Okay. I always say with this, like a lot of people. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
But because I'm thinking of just because we're having this conversation, and then what popped in my head really quick was DBZ. A lot of times those guys will be, let's go way the fuck out here and fight in the middle of nowhere because we know we're gonna destroy a bunch of shit. And these dudes are like, we're in the biggest, most populated city. It's going down right here in the middle of the street.
But that's the thing. Like, think about that from that perspective. He's a first-time superhero. Right? None of the other superheroes that exist in this world have shown themselves like this. Wonder Woman exists. She didn't show herself. Flash, all of them. So he's the first one out in the open. He's never lost a fight. He's always been super strong. So like people, and now he's always been alone. So he's been dealing with that loneliness. And then people from his home planet come. None of them care about where they're destroying. They're going to destroy Earth anyway. That's what they want to do.
Yeah.
It makes sense that like a bloodthirsty, vicious Zod would destroy the city he lives in to kind of just destroy his hope more. But this Superman is also, he's a farm boy from Kansas. He's not a military expert. So like he doesn't know strategically how to get them out of the way, do this. Plus he's dealing with a lot because he's never had anybody on his level fight him before. a lot of people shit on this and was just like, I can't believe they did this with Metropolis. It's like, okay, maybe you should have done it in another city, whatever it was. I felt it added real weight in doing it in Metropolis. And you can know in the sequel, they build back up, they're doing well. I thought it worked. And plus, Superman 2 when they fought.
I'm not saying just for this movie though. I'm just saying just in overall in general. Like when we're watching these films, you see a whole city get destroyed. I'm just like, all right.
Like Mick was saying, if it was you in the city, and if we really had evil, super-powered villain, and they start fighting right in your city, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a fucking bomb hit. He was going through, that one toss, fucking the dude went through 5 skyscrapers.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the fuck?
One of the biggest things.
Everybody in those buildings.
And I'm like, I know they're not every fight can't be on the weekend to where all the nobody's working.
Nah, they were all working. They were at the daily.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't on the weekend.
They did not cross the line on that. You didn't see you seen the skyscrapers and shit falling like rocks. They didn't show no humans getting crushed.
Because they were terraforming the planet.
That too. Like the whole fucking planet's wiping out shit. Yeah. Come on. But still.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't think it was a bad deal. And it's not like
I liked it.
But a lot of people got shitty about it. They got real that was a big deal when this movie came out. It was that's why in the Batman vs Superman, not to ruin it for anybody, but when a certain somebody shows up and they have to fight this indestructible being,
R. Kelly.
Superman draws him away from Metropolis.
Yep.
He brings him to another place, and I don't know who's seen the movie or not, so I don't want to ruin it for him until next week.
Yeah.
But, it's just one of those things where he learned from it. That was his first time.
Yeah.
At least he learned from it in the sequel. There are things they did get right that I feel like people were like, "This is bullshit." And I'm like, you were the same fans who were bitching after Superman 2 that they were it was a little bus fight and this, that, and the other thing. It wasn't this big brawl. It's you got your brawl now. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Oh no! I'm not complaining.
I'm not you, but I'm talking about that was what the audiences were saying.
Mm-hmm. It had the little monologue.
This is the perfect version of doing that. I love Dragon Ball Z. Don't get me wrong, but they make it where they just blow up a quarter of the earth. They taking out islands and shit.
Very true.
So they're just damaging the city that can rebuild. If you take out a whole fucking island, you can't rebuild an island.
But if there's nobody living on there, you're also not taking
a whole planet, destroy a whole fucking planet.
Listen. We didn't get there, James. We didn't get there.
You gotta calm down a little bit.
but no,
I'm sorry I mentioned
that nursing home.
Again, it's not just this Superman movie. I'm just saying there's Superman movies. You could say superhero, not Superman. You can say superhero/hero movies because the vigilantes aren't necessarily super. Just those movies, the cartoons, everything. You can watch the animated series of any of these movies that we're discussing, and a whole city gets destroyed every fucking episode. I'm not, and it's more of just a conversation. It's more of a conversational thing of why not I'm complaining or whatever like that. It's just it's crazy that it happens all the time when the main thing is to save so many lives that I'm like, yo, it's Monday at 12 o'clock. People are on their lunch break, going to get lunch or at their desks. Boom, there goes How many people did you actually save, Superman and everybody else? Batman.
Batman has less damage because he's not superhuman. He's not destroying buildings much, except if the shit blows up. Okay.
Do we remember the Death of Superman comic when he and Doomsday completely obliterated Metropolis?
Yep.
There you go. Then so when an army of Kryptonians come in, they have to be at least as powerful as one Doomsday, I guess. Of course they're going to do that. I'd say I don't know why people are arguing this versus arguing with the idea that New York still had buildings standing after the Avengers fought the
the Avengers. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Yeah,
it's come on, they had giant snake flying machines. And what are we talking about here?
The flying whale.
Yeah,
all right.
Whale.
Let me ask this. Mick, you talked about Zack Snyder having this movie prior to there being any kind of real DC plan. Do you think if there's a plan, how does this movie different?
Ooh, of course.
I don't think he had a plan. That's the thing. I don't think
If
was a plan.
no, if they're hiring Zack Snyder, telling him he's going to create a universe, how does he handle this movie?
He handled this movie fine. Well, no, I mean, if they handled it to him, then this movie makes no sense. Because you left nothing really open. You force fed a lot of things when it came to Batman versus Superman. You could tell he just wanted to get to Justice League, because Batman versus Superman is basically the Trinity. You know, it's Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman.
Yeah,
you know, like it's like we're there. So you can tell like this was like his way in, and he wanted to do like a Justice League, because I know he liked doing Watchmen. So, and Watchmen, the director's cut was fine.
Ensemble movie.
And Batman vs Superman Ultimate Edition, that director's cut is fine. You know, again, but fine. That's the thing. This movie really was pretty good. You know, 6.5 for me. It doesn't open up a lot of doors to. You could build on it, but I feel like they did the building really in Batman vs Superman more, and just kind of built off of this. Like, okay, we got a Superman now. Let's build it out. My issue is David S. Goyer wrote a Superman movie. That's what this is. He came back in. He wrote a Batman versus Superman movie too, but then they hired a different writer to come in and completely change it. And then Justice League had a different writer as well and stuff. So like you got rid of the guy who wrote you a trilogy and said, we're going to go in a different direction. And your direction sucked. Like everything about Zack Snyder is his movie's salvageable, and that's not a good thing for a filmmaker. And I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to put him down or anything. He seems like a nice enough guy and stuff. And I know he had, he had a kid pass away while he was making this, so that's very sad. And I'm not trying to shit on him personally, but when your filmmaking is literally like, well, if I had it my way, it would be better. Why can't you just make a movie that's good? Like every movie he makes, you need a director's cut to like it. Not like it more, just like it.
Yeah.
That's a problem, dude. That means you don't know how to tell a story in the allotted time that you needed to tell it by the studios. And the
only reason it's trying to get by is because it's a superhero movie, and there's like a weak spot for superhero movies.
I think he was enthusiastic about it too. Like, people were not the theatrical version of Watchmen. It did well, but it wasn't great. But when he put out that DVD, it did great.
He is somebody that needs director's cuts. You hear that a lot. That phrase a lot when you hear Zack Snyder.
And you shouldn't. No director should need director's cut.
Granddad just said, "Stop bullying him."
He's got a good eye. He's not like he doesn't write them, but he is not a story planner. He's not. He did not do a good job. Even his Justice League is good. Again, it's good compared to the movie that came out, but it's a salvaged situation. He had to go back and reshoot. He didn't plan that. He built off of it, and that's not how you make a movie. And it was poorly done. And all of his movies are poorly done. The Rebel Moon movies, the Sucker Punch, they're kind of okay. You know, he's not Michael Bay.
Okay. Like Sucker Punch, I was like, eh.
Never seen Watchmen.
I've never seen it either.
Watch the
HBO show.
Oh, watch the HBO show. That was really good, but he had nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
exactly. If we were to, I would watch that movie.
That's the director's cut. He wish he put together.
Review it. If we were to review it, I'd watch Watchmen. Other than that, I probably won't.
We might watch it at some point. If we're doing all franchises, they'll come up. Well, if we did the Outlier franchise, like I was talking about the other day, like where we did DC, but it's all the outliers, like Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, that shit. Watchmen would be in there.
Oh,
that's fair.
So we'll see.
That's fair.
I don't ever want to do Marvel. I say we never do the Marvel franchise. In fact, we only push people to Worst Dam's channel. Let them watch it there. He did them all. I never want to do them again.
Yeah, we went up to Endgame. I don't know if you did more after that game, but we went up to Endgame, and that was a fun journey.
I think I did Shang-Chi. No, did I? Damn, I got to go back and check.
That's a lot.
There's a lot there.
He did a lot, that's for sure.
Too much. It's overwhelming. My anxiety just skyrockets me even trying to think of
But-
starting that.
It was like 36 or something like that. Or
With
32
that
or something.
said, with that said, though, I would, if you guys wouldn't be opposed to, while we're talking about it,
Oh no.
because we talked about this the other day, like all the Spider-Man movies from Tobey Maguire on to Tom Holland.
We
I
can
know
do
it's not
that.
the same as doing the Marvels, but dude, all the Spider-Man movies or something like that. That would be fun.
Yeah,
What would Spider-Man up against?
No, just by itself.
I don't
Okay.
think there's anything else. Like, I think these would be the ones you put Spider-Man up against because there's so many of these. Those are like the three heroes that really got,
Most popular, would you say?
yeah. Oh, they're definitely all the most popular, but they're the ones, they're the ones that got those movies.
Sorry to interrupt, guys. Oh, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
Just quick question. Anybody else when he was having the flashback and it was all nice in the meadow with him and his little red cape on and the dog? Anybody
Like the little
else
kid.
go, oh shit, is he about to break this dog's neck? I just had a Brightburn moment real quick when I was watching it. I was like, what the fuck is about to happen? Wait, I forgot what movie I'm watching.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah,
don't hurt
yeah.
the-
James Gunn did dirty on that one a little bit because he made Brightburn look like this.
He did. He did.
And then he came out with a Superman, and I'm like, it's Superman. It's exactly Superman.
Yeah.
And for those of you that don't know, a sturdy fact, not a real fact. You know who Brightburn is?
An
Superman's
alternate
son.
fact.
Superman's son. You know the one that he abandoned in Superman 4 or Superman 5, whatever the hell that was. Superman Returns.
The child he gives up, he lets another man raise. Yes.
Yep, that one.
There you go.
Brightburn.
Makes sense.
Fucking deadbeat.
Yeah,
Well,
never
no,
showed-
he said
and
heroes
on
are born
top of
with in orphans. So
he never even showed up to stop him once he was tearing shit up and killing everybody. He was just like, you know what? I'm done with Earth. Oh shit.
All right. Sorry to interrupt.
let's get to
guys.
the, let's get we,
Yeah,
let's, I mean, this is a big movie.
But we had a suggestion. Let's do a cheers before we start talking Batman.
Oh, segueing into Batman. Are we all done with Superman?
Yeah,
think
I'm
so.
done.
Unless we got more we want to talk about. We want to go one more.
Anybody
depth.
want to change
we
the
can
ratings?
talk about all
No.
fucking night.
No, we're good on the rate. Okay, it's cool. Okay, so we're gonna
Yep.
talk about the Dark Knight and cheers to
Cheers.
the next movie. All right,
Oh yeah.
the Dark Knight. Let's just
do it.
I
dive
think
into it,
Aaron
guys.
Oh, no, never mind.
Ratings, no reasons.
All right.
Kicking off with you,
No reason.
Faye.
10.
Stories.
10. I would have
Gamer?
told you that last week.
9.89.
You're fired. Kick him out. Kick him out.
1.989 works perfect.
Oh,
10.
shit.
I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It's fucking 10.
I feel like it is for Gamer too. It's fucking 9.89 or whatever.
Right.
Hey, he said 9.89. You give that man his due.
Yeah, get his score.
9.89.
I kind of respect it.
Yeah.
He knew everybody
Katie
was coming.
Holmes would have came back.
Oh
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You don't like when they put better actors in the roles?
Oh man.
I gave this one a 10 as well. This was awesome. This
It's one of the best
was
Joker
fucking
versions
oh,
ever. Heath Ledger is fucking like the man playing Joker.
rest in peace to
Wow.
Heath Ledger.
Fucking loved it.
It's
It's like a horror movie-ish. Like he
It's-
was twisted.
not even
realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've thought about this a lot since I've watched this for whatever number of times I've watched this now this week. It's not even so much that it's Heath Ledger or it's the Joker. It's that the motivation behind the villain, he's psychotic. He's not out for it's psychological. He's not out for something specific like we've seen in all the previous movies. He's literally out to force you to do something that you have always not wanted to do. He's forcing you to make a choice that goes against everything you believe for everybody he comes across.
It's his entertainment.
Anarchist.
That's what gets him off.
One of the, I think it was a fan theory from years ago. I had nothing to do with creating this, but I liked it, and I was kind of subscribed to it. Was that he was an Iraq war veteran who got badly damaged, especially with his face and the scars and stuff. And I forget what else it was because I'd have to read it again, but it was like he had to make a choice in saving and this, that, and the other thing, and like either going chaotically or like he was forced to make a choice and like it turned out bad and stuff, and that's why he got hurt and whatever. So when he comes back, he feels like a freak, and when Batman starts going around, that's when he feels like he's able to go out. Now he's able to be himself. He is the Joker. He's that guy, and that was like what they called him in the army and such too. Again, in theory. So like I kind of subscribed to where I thought it was pretty cool. And that's why he's so good with explosives. He's so good with weapons, things like that. But he's just chaotic. He's just, everything is chaos. Listen, the first 6 minutes of this fucking movie is possibly the greatest opening to a movie ever. I'd have to really sit down and buckle down, and I might make a fucking list of the greatest movie openings ever. But this is going to be in the top 5. You introduce the Joker, barely ever seeing him. You actually never see him.
The bank, the bank robbery where he has all the people just killing each other.
It sets up a character without really having dialogue. There's not a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of action. You get the sense of who this guy is as he's going. It's utter fucking brilliance, this movie, from beginning to end.
Agreed.
It really is and in my opinion, the perfect sequel, because it's a sequel that you don't even need Batman Begins to set this up. You don't need The Dark Knight Rises to end it. Like it really does. It goes to such extremes in so many beautiful ways and has a tragic ending.
Yeah.
It's this fucking, if I could give it 11, I would.
It's that fucking, he had that choice, like, save one, save all. That choice is like just mind-boggling. Like I can't even comprehend what I would do if someone gave me that choice.
Dude,
like your mom's gonna get shot, or your wife, or something like that. That shit's wild. I don't even want to think it.
And yeah, he makes like so this is very loosely based on, and I do say, like, anybody who's interested in comics, any of these books I'm talking about, you should read. Like we talked about Batman Year One with Batman Begins last week. We talked about Superman Birthright and such. This is very loosely based on the Long Halloween, where the Calendar Man is out and he attacks on different holidays throughout the year.
I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, it's one of the greatest. You should read it for sure, 100%. But that is the birth and the origin of Harvey Dent becoming Two-Face.
Oh,
that book, and it's the quintessential one, which I think everyone they did an animated movie of it. Jensen Ackles actually, I think, played Batman in it. Interestingly enough, so check it out if you get a chance. It's one of them, but this is very much more so following in vein of that, instead of like a Calendar Man or any, and I don't want to give anything away for anybody who hasn't read it, but there's others involved. But this is the Joker taking that place. The buildup of Harvey Dent and how much of a hero he was and how close he and Batman worked together and such. It doesn't get the fact that Bruce and Harvey Dent are best friends. That was their deal. None of the movies got that, but it just turns out perfectly. It is also like, if we watched how many countless superhero movies where they introduce multiple villains into the fold and it doesn't work. It feels disjointed. This was so natural. One villain created the other.
Yeah, it was so awesome to watch the way they handled. You have Joker as your main character, villain, and just his chaos that is basically driving Harvey Dent insane slowly, to the point where he's just unraveling, becoming more and more just fucking out of control. Until he creates Two-Face in the bed in the hospital, which is just such a fucking amazing scene. I mentioned this last week. The best line in this, the best line from Batman Begins for me was, I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you. I don't think there's any question, hardly any question, that the best line from this is you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Like, that is a fucking line. And I tease it. Christopher Nolan was upset because he did not write that line. His brother did.
Yep.
And that is the line when people hear this movie that they remember.
Well, a very cool thing about this movie is, like, based on that. This whole movie is about escalation, right? Every time something Batman exists, so you have the mafia, then Batman exists, so a new villain exists, and then
evolution
off of. And one thing that really pegs it is that one is like, all I feel is it takes a little push, and you know, when you say it, you're thinking, oh, well, he's not right. You know, yeah, he pushed Harvey Dent, but like, you're right. Like, Harvey Dent, all that trauma he goes throughout the entire movie, not just losing Rachel, but throughout the entirety of it. And he's always trying to keep the bravado. He's always trying to keep this thing at bay, but at the same time, like, he's starting to be brazen. You know, when he grabs the gun in court and punches the guy, when he's, you know, grabs the other guy and he like is holding him at gunpoint. He is that guy. He is Harvey Two-Face. But he never let into it. He wanted to be like Batman. He wanted to be that inspiring. And all it took was the Joker to escalate everything by that little push. And I think that theme is resounding in every single character in this movie. Every character suffers an escalation in some way. And that's the beauty. It suffers it. And like, they just, God damn, did Christopher Nolan make a fucking great. I'm glad we're doing his franchise. Oh, the hotel explosion scene was amazing, and that was it. Really wasn't working on set that day.
Yeah, that is my favorite behind the scenes story. Is that there was a malfunction?
Wow.
So
and
Heath Ledger just sitting there banging it, and then looking behind was all fucking improv.
Oh,
that's awesome. Cool.
And his reaction too, he got really scared, and then he knew he had to get to the bus, so he just ran over to the bus real fast.
That's awesome. Because I mean, watching the movie, it worked, and it made it kind of funny for, you know, the character of Joker, who psychotically he's funny at times, a lot of times, and that part there was kind of funny. That part there was kind of funny, and then it was like, oh shit, he just blew up a fucking hospital. Like, we shouldn't be laughing at this, but we are.
And to lighten that mood, Heath Ledger would ride his skateboard to different set pieces between scenes.
2008 was the birth of the only Joker fucking costume anybody will ever wear on Halloween again. I one point I like with this movie with Heath Ledger is I hate fucking celebrity glazing and all that shit. Fuck celebrities, but I respect good fucking actors.
Yeah,
and we lost him so young, but man, was he brilliant! Not just in this, he was great in everything he was in. You know, even A Knight's Tale is jolly and fun, and he's fucking a delight the entire way through. But this movie, fucking wow, did we lose a talent? And I just wanted to bring that up because I still feel like there's such a hole there.
No, I could
Wasn't it 10 Things I Hate About You or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, it was amazing in that.
Yeah, I loved it.
Look, this is the movie that. What year was this? 2008. You said what year did he die?
I think it was 2009 or no. He had to have died. I think. Now I gotta look it up. I was in school when he died. I was like I think it was 2008. Was
it the thing that they said the Joker because he got into it so much it broke him?
No, I don't know.
His mind.
I'd prefer. Yeah, he died January 22nd, 2008. I remember exactly where I heard it. I was sitting in my final editing class. We were working on Avid machines, and it was me. I cannot remember the other guy's name. We were working on a project and building out, and ironically enough, we built a Brokeback Mountain sort of trailer because that movie had done so huge, and that was doing well for the Oscars that was just coming up, and then he was going to be in Batman, so we were going to see what happened. But and I remember hearing he died, and that was pretty fucking because he was so young. It was kind of
had you not known him before this movie, this is the movie that would have propelled him into the rest of his life. Like this is the pinnacle of his career, where he could have done anything he ever wanted to do after this. Probably,
yeah.
That's how well this was written and acted and just fucking portrayed on screen. This is the best. It's the best villain performance I've seen in
definitely.
probably any hero type related movie.
Oh, I don't know. Darth Vader's still up there for me.
Well, I've never been a huge Star Wars fan to begin with. But
Yeah, but that first one, man. He was choking out fucking employees.
no, I'm just saying.
I agree, but
any
mean,
superhero type related thing, you're not. This is the pinnacle of that, and again, it's because he's not driven by fucking money. He's not driven by greed. He's not driven by control. He's just fucking insane.
That's my favorite version, Grandizer.
That's the only version James watches.
Brokeback Mountain is a beautiful movie about two people in love.
I
Tragic.
I've watched it. You're not wrong.
Expect it. Yeah, it's a good storytell. Yeah.
I you know what it is? It's not that I don't want to say he's definitely like if there was a villains Mount Rushmore, Heath Ledger's Joker's on there.
Oh yeah.
Just as fucking like I said, Halloween costumes alone.
Dude, I also love that every time he only tells the story about his scars, I think twice, but he changes the story. It's two completely different stories.
He changes,
and he delivers it so believably and awesomely.
So good.
Fucking
he does. One big scene I like too was it, and I believe part of it was improvised. I don't know if all of it was when he's sitting, when Heath Ledger Joker sitting in the jail cell. He has that speech.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was. I was like, this is.
What about he burned all that fucking money just to fuck with the
dude?
They got that one take.
That's cool.
Even throwing and hitting the friggin' hitting him in the face. Like they were talking to that actor. I can't remember his name at the moment. And like they said, they rolled, he slid down, grabbed a pile of money, whipped him, hit him right in the face, and then like just played it out. One take, that was it. They were done.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Like that says a lot.
It does.
That says a lot because I mean,
you're never going to hit that dude in the face better than he does.
That's what I'm saying. I've only been on one set as an extra, but I'm sure you can speak to this more, Mick. There's certain types of scenes or certain things you can literally only do one fucking time, and you have to knock it out the park that one time. I feel like learning that and then seeing how everything went. This was probably one of those scenes to where it's like if we fuck this up, it's gonna cost us a lot of money and time to where we have to get this. And they fucking holy shit.
One of the other memorable scenes for me is just when after they arrest Joker, and he's just the interrogation room scene with him talking to Batman, and the intensity as that builds, where he jams the chair under the door so Gordon can't get back in, and he's fucking pounding him, where he tells him you have to go save either Rachel or Harvey Dent. Batman choosing Harvey Dent because he doesn't want to be Batman. He wants to be with Rachel. He thinks that's his way out.
Yep.
Setting up the White Knight, the opposition of the Dark Knight, of course, that the movie's called. There's like fucking that got fucking intense. And honestly, I think one of the most iconic scenes from this for me is when they're trying to transport Harvey Dent after he said he was the Batman. You have the whole chase there where Joker's after him in the tractor trailer. After the fucking tractor trailer flip, it was in the trailer, and this is just a fucking image that has stuck with me where you see the trailer flip up, and then you have the Joker in the street with his fucking gun, and he's just like, come on. And Batman's coming at him. Yeah, on the motor. It's just fucking, that's like one of the most iconic scenes from this for me.
I still, to this day, even though he uses that fucking voice for Batman, will give this a 10. This is like that Batman voice is hard in this movie.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
I'm not wearing a hockey pad. Like, I get it. All right, dude, calm down. That was a choice. That was a real choice. But like for me, when I watch this movie and stuff like that, it's like those little things here and there. Let's go back a little bit. Remember we said it's the greatest introduction of a character ever, and you never even see him? let's keep in mind he has another amazing introduction where we actually do see him for the first time when he walks in. You reminded me with the interrogation scene, because the way he plays off of literally everyone in that scene, which is amazing. You have Eric Roberts, you have Michael Jai White, you have a bunch of other rarely credited actors in there, and like he fucking steals the show. Not even with his antics. Like the minute he walks in, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, you're like, who the fuck
never take your eyes off of him. Nobody else commands the room. So like every scene the Joker's in, I love that. Again, it's escalation, and he commands everything. Remember, like you talked about when he's in the jail cell and like they're giving a speech and whatever, and he's just clapping, and it's just everything's transfixed right on him. But when that thing goes over, he's playing that up. He's commanding the room, and Batman gets the better of him. And it's just such a beautiful scene all the way throughout. Even that stupid, like when he rises up the building and turns around. But again, there's little hits, and I will never take a 10 off of this just because of the nuance that exists in this. Oh, this is such a great fuck. You have two amazing Batman characters, villains in this, and everything else, and somehow the Joker just is like, it's my movie. Fuck that Joker movie, dude. This should just be called Joker.
Yeah,
I bet I can guess Sturdy's least favorite scene, and that's when Christian Bale ruins his Lambo.
I'm not too upset about it. It's not a muscle car. It's a
I don't care about the newer cars.
It's a nice car. Like, do not get me wrong. It would be fun as fuck to drive. But if I had one of those cars, I'd rather just sell it and fucking get a nice house and everything else I can get with the money from that fucking expensive house.
I agree.
No, I don't know cars, but from what I understand, that car's name is the Bat, but it's in, I think, Italian.
Probably.
Oh,
Murcielago, yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're a car guy. You know. I don't know, but that's like the one thing I do know is like it's called the Bat.
That is dope. At least make it black then.
It was dark gray.
It was black on black on black.
Yeah,
I thought it was like a
rim,
bluish
black
grayish
interior.
color.
No,
I thought it was a darker or a lighter color than that.
It was a little bit lighter, but it had to be because it was hitting a black car. You have to light it a certain way, and like having a lighter car makes him more heroic.
It was a matte black, just like the Batmobile.
It should have been that Batmobile.
I like
kind of. As we reach the climax of this movie, Joker sets up the trap of the fairies as people are trying to escape Gotham City. You have a fairy with all the criminals and a fairy that's trying to taxi out regular people. And the dynamic here, I love it. Like, this feels like a great setup. And I think it played out really well. You have your one criminal that realizes like they don't deserve to live one way or another, as opposed to the group of regular citizens.
But that's the beauty of that is, again, like when we're talking about how everything's building on top of each other, one of them actively chooses. They both make the right decision. Both votes make the right choice. One weirdly enough takes the heroic stance and just throws it out. Tiny Lister, rest in peace, fucking man. Devo got mind control over me still. And then you have like the other guy who's like shamed that he couldn't do it, and like everybody's sort of looking at him, and I'm like, but it was the right choice. This man decided to say, you know what, their lives mean something. And so I thought the juxtaposition of that, those two playing off of each other, still add up. Like that just means that, like, yeah, Batman's right. There is hope, and the Joker's right. There are people who are, you know, like they're not. It's not really about a moral thing. So I really think like the duality angle that they were going for in this and everything else, like those themes, they just every scene like reinforce them so well.
Bro, could you imagine if we could have got a later continuation? Maybe of the Killing Joke or something, of him doing Robin in or something, how dark this was. Could you imagine all of that? Oh my God, a live action.
Cool. You're speaking on Heath Ledger's Joker, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean,
he'll
shit.
That would have been a fucking horror movie.
Honestly, I feel like if Heath Ledger, which God rest his soul, I wish he was still here, had they made some, we would have probably got some solo Joker films off of that easily.
Maybe.
Easily. And on top of that, there may not be like the Joker movies that are out now. They may have never even existed because it's like, what the fuck is the point?
Maybe we get a fourth Nolan Batman movie if he doesn't die.
No, we just would have gotten a different third one.
Yeah,
he would have been in it. He's in there's a novelization of it. He's in it. He's locked up in Arkham Asylum. There's I forget exactly how it went down, but yeah, he's in the novelization. They had said, they were like, if he didn't die, Joker would have come back. And in fact, that's what it is. In the novelization, he's locked up, but then when everybody gets broken out, he's the fucking judge that Scarecrow played. So it would have been some darker times there. I think that if he had survived, would you have the Bane angle? Maybe, because Nightfall was a really good angle. They just didn't do it right. But we'll get to that next week. This is like, Joker could have been right back. You could have told a really good ending with it, and however that plays out. And honestly, don't bring Bane in. Have him go up against Joker, and like you said, maybe maybe death in the family, not killing joke. Introduce a Robin, like a real Robin, not fucking
28-year-old non-homeless kid.
Well, that's not true, because in The Dark Knight Rises, it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Good point.
A 28-year-old fucking homeless kid. He plays an orphan in it, so not necessarily homeless, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
He is a jock. He knows what he's doing.
2012-ish, let's say. That would have been around the time. 2010, 2012. Who would have been the person playing it that they cast in 2009, 2010 to play Robin? And which Robin?
Well, I mean, if you
want to be
accurate, no, nobody would have been okay with Dick Grayson.
Ooh, it could have been Damian, because Talia's in this with or in the next one with.
It has to be Jason Todd. That's the only character that everybody's like, it's cool.
Yeah, that's the Killing Joke. That's the one that dies.
No, Killing Joke's different.
No, wait, he becomes Red Hood.
Killing Joke is when he kidnaps. First of all, he cripples Barbara Gordon, Batgirl.
Yep.
By shooting her in the spine, and then he kidnaps Commissioner Gordon and tortures him psychologically, fucks him up. It's hardcore, and they talk about the different origins of Joker and the Red Hood origin. So it's Death in the Family is one where Jason Todd gets killed.
That's the Death in the Family,
and that had. Do you know that story of how that came about? They had two phone numbers set up, right? And you could call, and if you called one, Jason Todd would live. If you called the other, Jason Todd would die. And a resounding number called Jason Todd dying, and that's why.
Damn.
That's how little people like the character. That's why you cannot kill off Dick Grayson. If they introduce Dick Grayson as a Robin, or even if they're like, hey, bring Nightwing in, he's helping or whatever, don't have the Robin origin, you cannot kill Dick. Dick Grayson is beloved.
Ooh, it would have to be Jason Todd, and then you could bring back fucking Chris O'Donnell as Nightwing.
You're killing me. You're making my heart hurt.
Chris O'Donnell was like 75 when this movie came out. You'd have to get somebody younger. He'd have to play like Alfred.
He knows what he's doing.
I know
he's been here every week. All right.
With the knit suit and everything.
Fuck it being Chris O'Donnell. Who would be the Chris O'Donnell to take the Robin mantle? Then
I can't think of actors around them.
I'm not good with that either.
Oh, in 2008.
Well, more so when no. Rise came out. Dark Knight came out after 08, right?
Yeah, but 08's when they would have started planning for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So back in 08.
You know, I don't know. Maybe I was thinking the kid that played in Tokyo Drift, the Texas kid. He was in CSI.
I can't remember him.
It depends on how young they'd want to go. If I'm being honest,
No,
like,
well,
Little Bow Wow, Little Bow Wow.
No. That's why I said the Chris
he was
O'Donnell.
young enough for it, though.
So think Chris O'Donnell's age when he did.
You're talking
No,
about
I don't want to think about Chris O'Donnell's age. I want him to be young enough. Fucking what?
That's why I said
Be a
Chris
young
O'Donnell.
Robin. Like, it makes more sense that way. It made no sense that he put his roommate in, and then
Andrew Garfield.
he would have been good.
He would have been good.
He would have been good. Yeah, I like that.
I almost think he would have been better as that than in Spider-Man, even though I really liked his Spider-Man.
His Spider-Man was great. His Peter Parker was different. Not that I hated it, but it was like, you know.
There was a few missteps with that, and the whole Gwen chemistry.
I still liked it. That's one here superhero movie that I never disliked any Spider-Man movies.
Obviously, you've never seen Spider-Man 3.
I didn't mind it.
Hate it. I didn't mind it
I
either.
didn't hate it.
I hate you guys.
It was my least favorite. It may have been my least favorite, but I didn't hate it. And then especially then.
It's just the fight scenes, how Spider-Man fights and shit. It's just so entertaining to me. I'm like, these movies are fucking
Topher,
awesome.
man, he gotta go.
We'll get there when we get.
He's
we'll
coming
get there
back
when
for
we get
Doomsday.
there.
He's coming back for Doomsday. Who's he gonna be?
No, not Topher Grace. I'm sorry. I was thinking other one.
Garfield?
Toby?
Toby.
Tobey
Okay.
Maguire. Yeah, that's
No,
right.
no,
Yeah.
no.
He's coming
No,
back for Doomsday.
Fucking Eddie Brock in Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire. Get the fuck out of here.
Everybody thinks they're going to kill off Tobey Maguire Spider-Man in Doomsday.
Good. He's like 70.
How many people are going to die in Doomsday?
So much.
It's got to be a few.
How many superheroes are going to die in Doomsday?
Well, Endgame was. Oh man, Endgame.
I don't
was
think
quite a
they
bit.
need. I don't think it's going to end with deaths like it did in or
Endgame.
disappearance or whatever like it did in Endgame or Infinity War. Personally, I think it's going to go the route of like Secret Wars, the first Secret Wars, which was just a battle world. It was, all these different factions came out, like the X-Men were fighting the Avengers.
Yep.
They're fighting different factions of like Sinister Six. And I don't know if Sinister Six was a part or a thing yet, but like they had a lot of those villains kind of teaming up and things like that. So until like one could kind of come about, they were gone for like months while they were doing this. Like because Mary Jane was fucking rips into him when he comes back. Spider-Man. That's when he gets the black suit too. During those. So I think Doomsday is going to sort of set that up, which is these factions of teams kind of battling Dr. Doom, and then go into Secret Wars 2, which was Dr. Doom, all-powerful God Emperor Doom. He builds a battle world, and it's different worlds that we're familiar with. So you have like Old Man Logan world where that's going on. You have all these different like places you can go. Marvel Zombies has a world, the whole thing. And that's how he builds it out, and he rules it. He's like the God King, and it's all of the multiverses converging together. And that's what the lead up was. So when the universe is completely bowed out, God Emperor Doom finally at his full power peak made this new world. And what they do is when they defeat him, they make a new world, and all of those different heroes from different planets, it's all one world now. So I think that's what they're going to do with these two movies.
Okay.
That's just, again, I don't know for sure.
I got a question for you. Out of all like major villains, like you said, Doom, he's like one of the major fucking villains ever created.
Yeah.
Is he the most dangerous out of all of them?
Yeah, I would say Doom is probably the most dangerous. He's the most cunning. He's one of the absolute smartest. He is a master of the mystic arts as well as a master of the cosmic. He's a master of he has super strength. He has his own superpowers, things like that. He's also a master. Like he was a Sorcerer Supreme for a little while. That's crazy. How, like he's top floor. Like Doom, you give Doom time, and nobody's defeated. You're not defeating him. the important thing to remember about Doom is only a villain because he saw a future where the only way that they survive humanity is if Doom is ruling them. So that's why he has this. He wants the world to continue going on.
The
so
God
it's like
complex.
this, and like it wasn't a fake. It's not like he made it up.
He saw it.
He saw it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
If you watch Stan Lee videos when he talks about Dr. Doom, he says it himself. He's like, he's a villain, but he's not really a villain.
Yeah, he's trying to save the world.
So
that's fucked up.
But
yeah, I always said that too. I was like, when I hear about Doom and everything, I'm like, damn, that's more fucked up than this villain. I'm like, yo, Doom is one dangerous motherfucker. He has everything. He becomes a god. He wore the glove. He fucking had everything.
He goes and fights Celestials. He became a fucking pretty much a Celestial. It's insane.
Yeah.
They overpower him. He's like the fucking Goku of villains.
But that's the thing. You can overpower. The thing is, you can overpower a villain.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a villain. It's
Fair,
not boring for a villain to have all the power. It makes it more interesting to watch the heroes have to figure out what do we do
to stop it. Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So I think it's boring, and like that we can make that argument about Superman. I think it's boring when you have overpowered heroes.
Yeah,
because then they can
that's
stop
why
anything.
I love Superman. That's why I like Batman better.
But that's the thing with me with Superman. Superman's not, like I said, it's not. I think we think of him as a cop, and he's a firefighter. That's a quote I heard, and I was like, I'm all in on that because he has all the power, but he still has to save people one by one. Yeah. And still live a life, and still there are interesting qualities. It's the same reason we like Spider-Man so much. Spider-Man is a great hero, and he's a fucked up kid. He's just got problems. So like we're interested in those problems. Is Spider-Man going to get to where he needs to go, and while trying to defeat Scorpion? You know, it's insane. Like, you know, when they add the problems, it's fantastic. Batman doesn't have a lot of problems.
That's true.
Except for like he puts himself into those problems happily and to fight his way in. But like, yeah, that's like Batman's a billionaire. Other than that, he's chilling.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to worry about not going home that day.
He just got parent issues.
Don't worry, his butler will take care of it.
No, his
I love
regular
Alfred.
person ego is pretending to be the rich billionaire that he's supposed to be. That's his problem.
Oh yeah, but in the comics, they don't have that problem because we always start at night. he's ready to go.
I will say the other line that sticks with me from this movie, and just fucking it can give me goosebumps, is Michael Caine as Alfred saying, "Some men just want to watch the world burn."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that is such a great fucking line.
I wanna take it back with that though. That entire monologue.
Yeah.
The story about we were finding everything.
Oh, where he was trying to find the jewel thief in the jungle.
But he was finding the jewels.
Yeah. And then Christian Bale finally asked him, how'd you ever find the jewel thief? We burned the jungle down.
Oh, and what a great fucking representation of the Patriot Act. For anybody who needs a fucking history lesson where we lost our privacy. But the fucking radar.
Yeah.
The sonar, sorry. The cell phone sonar tower thing. Mm-hmm. Like they did that purposely because just before the Patriot Act was fucking put into place and we were screwed. I thought that was just like for a movie to do that and to show you why it's bad. Yeah, you may need it in this sense, but like Lucius Fox quitting, like how important it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just like great fucking writing.
To top that off too, Mick, to add on to that, how when Batman was like, "Listen, when this is done, type your name in," and when he does it, all that shit gets destroyed because he knew Lucius Fox's character. Like, he's not gonna fuck with this. Like, this isn't something he's gonna be comfortable with, cool with. You know, he's gonna stand up and say something. Like something I respect about a character like that is it's like, I don't give a fuck if you're Batman, Superman, Jesus. If there's something that's morally wrong, I'm gonna stand up and say something to you about it.
I really do enjoy Morgan Freeman in that role too. He played Lucius Fox. I enjoyed that role. He was awesome in it.
I feel like he was perfect for it. I honestly don't know who you could have better in that role or to that level in that role, because he gives you like, just from the look of him and just from his voice, he gives you like this guy, he's someone to be respected when he comes into a room. He's someone to be respected. And it just makes sense that he works with Batman / Bruce Wayne, who knows, both sides of it, because he's not going to say shit. He's going to be respectful, and he's going to stand up to you, and he's going to be like, listen, I'm not about this shit. I'm leaving. It's no one's business why I'm leaving. It's between me and you, and that's it. But peace out, because you're doing this bullshit.
Well, to Grandizer's point, to what you're saying too, where he was like, it's the theme of the times. Yes, this movie was 100% about what was going on in the Iraq War. And like how it all built, like this huge terroristic threat, and again the escalation and how we get to this point. Now it's a beautiful ending when he finally blows up all the things.
Yeah,
that didn't happen. We just made more, but but like that's it. To your point though, like you said with Grandizer, that is like that fear. This whole movie feels so unsettling when you watch it. There's always an atmosphere with every turn. There's never a letdown where you really, really feel safe. You feel like something could happen at any turn. And it does sometimes. They spring it on you, like when they're at the party for Harvey Dent. You don't expect the Joker to show up. Exactly why he does and should. And I think that's such a beautiful thing, is that they built the tension of the terror of the times, of like, what's the threat? What's everybody making you feel that way? The news, everything. Like, and now I realize we're still living through that, but I'm just speaking from those moments of like the war going on, knowing people who are dying, things like that. Like, it was just one of those times where really like this movie encapsulates it perfectly. I don't know how you guys feel, but every time I watch, and I think that's why it gets the 10 for me, is like I feel the tension that's built through these characters.
No, I agree with you. And I'll say this too. This is the first movie of 3 films that I actually went to go see twice in theaters in back-to-back weeks or the same weekend. It was this, it was the Friday the 13th remake in 2009, and it was Cocaine Bear of a couple of years ago. And with Cocaine Bear, honestly, it's a fun fucking time. And it was because I went to go see it with the wife that Friday. I went to go see it with Chris, Stories from Barker, that's following that same Saturday, because he wanted to see. I was like, yeah, I'll go. I was like, fuck it, I'll go both.
Well, and that was when Sturdy and I were at the bar earlier talking about this. When I went to watch The Dark Knight, like it was like Wednesday or something like that, and I was so fucking tired. I'm like, but the dog finally calmed the fuck down, so I had that moment where I could actually do something I wanted to do. I'm like, I'm just gonna put this on. Maybe I'll get through like the first half hour and go to bed. And I've seen this a handful of times before. It's not like it's a first watch or anything, so I knew I was getting into. But I'm like, I got 30 minutes. I got fucking sucked back in. This is just so good. I've seen this a few times, and like I wanted to go to sleep. I put this on. I'm like, fuck, I gotta finish this now. Like just all the way through.
Yeah.
Like
these movies. Sorry, buddy.
Even the Gordon storyline where he fakes his death and they actually have the police tell his family he's dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you get the promotion of this is the movie that promotes Lieutenant Gordon to Commissioner.
Commissioner Gordon.
That's true.
Dude.
This movie does it. Sorry, my little point is just that
I'm sorry.
The scoring of these movies are just so perfect as far as the sounds and Zimmer's choices for the tension building, the reversing of the notes that what he used for Batman and for the Joker to give you that eerie feeling. I mean, there's so many different things, and then if you throw in exactly what Nolan, his cinematographer team, did with capturing some of these angles and the things off of reflections and creating the whole atmosphere, that Mick's not wrong when he says this is a 10, but it's a 9.89.
Just the fact that it's called The Dark Knight, but they try to set up the White Knight with Harvey Dent to the point where Batman's taking the fall after he goes insane as Two-Face because they need the city needs a face that they can look to, and it's not Batman.
Yeah.
And the voiceover with Commissioner Gordon at the end, he's not the hero. He's the hero we deserve, but not the one we need.
Yeah. Bruce needs to man up and pull the Oliver fucking Queen move and become the fucking mayor, okay? You want to give the city a face? Be the fucking face. You got the money.
What about
you can win any election you want? You take
You're
over
wrong.
the country. Don't be the president if you want.
Something we didn't talk about: Alfred not giving Rachel's note to Bruce, saying that she couldn't be with him. She's going to marry Harvey.
And the fucked up part, after next week, when you find out that Bruce doesn't find out for 8 years.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like she should have been straight up, though. I feel like a lot of this is on Rachel. And the reason I say that, it's not to victim blame the woman who blew up, but like, you had ample time to be like, Bruce, I'm not in it. I'm not in it to win it anymore. Have fun being Batman. And I get it was an awkward conversation to have, but A, you were doing a disservice to the man you loved. And B, what the fuck? Like, like he's Batman. Don't get in his head and get him all squirrely. Like,
I know, right?
No, no. All jokes aside, though, that is a really, really good point, especially because Bruce Wayne's story of how he lost his parents, and it's like he falls in love again. Well, it's a different type of love, of course, your parents, and then someone that could be the love of your life. But it's like,
yeah, he doesn't deal with death well
at all. Who does though? All joking aside, who does?
It beats people up when people die.
Listen, if I was a billionaire, I might be doing the same thing.
Like I legit talk to my kids on the regular. It'd be like death of like, listen, I don't know if you're gonna be like me, but I saw a lot of it. You're gonna have to get used to it. Not put on a fucking costume and go fight people.
Okay, listen. In his defense, though,
that's what I would be telling him to do.
In his defense, you would hope that children don't see their parents dying in the way that Batman's seen his parents dying, because that's a whole different thing than
I would
dying
tell
of a
my
sickness
kid
or old age.
I would tell my kid to just put on a cape, walk down the street. Anybody that says anything to you, punch him right in the nards.
Listen, I'm gonna say, if somebody takes me out, become Batman.
Okay, I got a question for you for the origin story for Batman.
I'd send him to James's house and say, just punch him in the face.
I know somebody who needs a dad.
All right, so Batman's parents died by getting shot, correct?
Yes.
Fucking love these, man.
So that death, to me, I understand he lost both parents, but I don't think it was going to make him cross the line where he snaps. If they made his parents die in a more horrific way.
What the fuck is more horrific than seeing your parents getting shot right in front of you as a kid?
I'm saying he sees them. Like if they're
James is a dark person. You have to understand, Sturdy. This isn't that traumatic to James. James is like, oh, that's all. That's it. And
that's a fucking Saturday night in the city.
And to even dive more into it, I'll even say, just because we're talking about the Dark Knight film, we can go back. We can go back to Batman Begins, and you see how he even blamed himself. Like, if I didn't get scared during this play of the bats, we would have stayed during the play. We wouldn't have left early. Went out the side door, went through that dark ass alley, and shit happened.
Yeah, but he didn't know that he's just a fucking kid. You didn't know that shit's gonna happen.
But James, he was a kid who's seen the traumatic experience of seeing his parents get murdered right in front of his eyes. One, two,
we need to get over this.
Two, he took the blame for it because again, he's a kid. As a kid, hey, I want to leave. Your dad's like, hey, I'm not feeling whatever he said to help save face for his son. Let's go, let's leave. Boom, like any parent would do, and then boom, they get.
You think his parents?
No, not any parent.
Well, no, any good parent would do. Scratch that.
Talking about my parents there.
Scratch that. Any good rich parent would do, because nigga, these tickets were expensive. Close your eyes or some shit. Close your eyes and plug your ears.
Well, that's true.
Like I say, but we've been saying for 16 years to go to this motherfucking play. I told you, stupid ass, you're gonna stay at home, but you wanted to come. So shut the fuck up, close your eyes, plug your ears. These tickets weren't cheap.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it was your idea.
But if you're balling, it's different. It's like, you know what? We can go see this shit tomorrow, man. Let's go. Fuck it. Leave his pussy ass home with Alfred next time.
I just think they're playing off the
First of
hill.
all, we should just
The
turn
hill
this
is
into, like,
overplayed.
weekly therapy
That's
for
okay.
James.
It's not overplayed. It's not
just like, we
overplayed.
should start reading psychology books real fast, and then each week stay 1 week ahead of James and just like try and take care of him.
Like how I mean,
Although it isn't, not to bring the room down, we have lived through like 250 school shootings since this movie came out. So I can see why you're like, well, this isn't that bad. There's only 2 of them. Like, you know, like it's
I get, well,
and they were adults, you know, like,
Boo-hoo, your parents died. That's the natural order of things.
Joe Chill is a better shooter than all of the school shooters. like he didn't shoot the kid. Like, yeah, it's not. I'm on Team James.
I mean, yeah, but the difference in that scenario, that was kids killing kids. This is an adult killing adults in front of a kid, like right in front of him. Like, yo, listen. And on top of that, he doesn't know that the kid has somebody that's gonna raise him and take care of him well.
We might continue this conversation on my show on Monday.
You want me to join?
we have grown into a nation that doesn't think Batman's origin is tragic.
No, fuck. Batman's origin was terrible. That's
don't forget.
horrible.
Hey, don't forget from the first movie that he also, the guy that shoots his parents, gets out of jail for giving up. Technically, before he gets shot, is going to get out of jail and live his life for giving up other information.
Nah, there's no walking off. Because at the same time, Bruce Wayne could have easily become a villain.
No, listen, that's what I'm getting at. They
$5,000.
This happens in real life. Do you hear super villains or someone turn into a superhero because that shit happens?
It depends, because at the same time, that same person, again, if you have an Alfred in your life, that could help, because he seemed like he was a good dude.
It's a lot easier.
I mean, he did urge the child to become a bat.
Hey, listen.
You know, like, he was very enabling in all of this. You know, kind of throws the jabs at him.
Alfred could have easily
origin stories. Like, it's overplayed. I'm saying it's like it's not that tragic for me to make him turn into a superhero.
What we need to do is have
wild.
Bruce Wayne's entire family on an island vacation, and then speedboats come in and mow down the entire family, kids and all,
in front of
Bruce. And then, that's the origin of the Punisher movie from 2004.
Yeah, it is.
Hold on, fucking Alfred's to blame for his battiness.
Come on.
Yeah, Phoenix Jones, look him up. He got himself in some trouble too. He was a real life superhero walking the streets, fighting the fight.
Alfred was an SAS agent, okay, who became a butler. I'm sorry, it's not his fault that the kid's batty. It's
1,000% his fault. He started teaching him how to fight.
The kid went crazy, and he taught him how to control it and harness it so he wouldn't go out there and hurt nobody.
You are right. For the sake of a Batman fan,
he would have him not go out at all.
For the sake of a Batman fan, you're 100% correct.
Listen, I love Alfred too. But I love his backstory and everything.
Who's the worst dad who stuck around? I mean, the Winchester's dad. And who else? I mean, Batman even is batting 1,000 with all the kids he adopts and fucking has. Like, they literally get to an age where they can stand, and he puts a costume on them. It seems like Batman.
Listen. What it is, kids don't fucking listen. They get in the shit. They find the Batcave.
You know
what?
what?
Find out you're a hero.
I'm turning the fence. I'm turning the page on fucking Batman here. Because I'm thinking about it. This dude's just a psychopath in a fucking mask.
Let's get nuts.
There's psychology courses in college about his psychology and the Joker.
Oh, he's nuts.
But here's the fucking problem. He's the one that's sort of leading the charge of all the superpowered people.
Yeah.
Why are they listening to a psychopath?
Exactly.
I mean, he's the one that puts the Justice League together that we'll talk about in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but that's true.
He can take. I know that obviously they can easily take him out with a snap of a finger, but he could also take them all out. I mean, he gets the kryptonite.
Yeah, he finds their weaknesses.
Batman in underwear, and Batman put Robin in underwear and was just like distraction.
That's why Woman don't
he knows there's a lot of people that like people that look like a Robin, so he's like, listen.
He's got to eye candy. He throws them in front of him, and then when they're looking at his legs, he comes in. He's like Batman.
Yep. And Robin can fight later in the Robin can fight too.
Still, isn't wait a minute? Another thing, a law he's breaking. That's child labor law.
Wow.
Only if you're paying them. He's not paying them.
The vigilante part is illegal.
and it depends on what Batman and it depends on what Batman movie we're talking about. Let's just going up through this ladder. If we're talking about the Chris O'Donnell ones, he was 45 years old, so that was a child labor.
That movie don't count. I'm talking about the original Batman. Original Robin was like, how old is he? 13, 12?
Yeah, around there.
Look, listen. I fight crime. Your whole family died at a circus.
Yeah, we're right. Because it's literally what he did to Robin. Robin's parents died, and he was like, I know how to fix this. Better than any doctor. Yep. Better than any doctor. First of all, Batman's a billionaire who battles pretty much exclusively doctors or professors. Mm-hmm. Like, he doesn't have a doctor. So who's the crazy one? Who's the wrong one? That's what I really need.
Probably just blended up some money and injected it into their veins. I imagine.
You know what? You know what the Joker's back? You know he got those scars? He was a fucking doctor because every Batman fucking villain is a goddamn doctor.
Mm-hmm. He had to become Batman because of how much fucking bad shit Wayne Enterprises is always doing. He has to go fucking clean up. He creates most of the fucking problems.
That's true.
You know what it is? The funny thing with Wayne, I'm glad you mentioned that, Gamer, because with Wayne Enterprises, I'll say he is a problem as far as what goes on at Wayne Enterprises. It's just because he doesn't go there and do the due diligence of like just checking up what's going on there until it's too late. Then, like after everything goes on, he has to go there, clean up his Batman,
and fix it with money.
Then he'll go there like 2 days later as Bruce Wayne and be like, "All right, Tyrone, James, you're fired."
He had to ask Alfred, "Hey, what does a billionaire playboy do?" Well, you got to make it look like business as usual. So he kept the business as usual.
He got an island. He started inviting.
Oh,
sorry.
Little boys.
No.
Wow.
The subtlety was the bit.
He made a clone of himself.
James had to make it pow.
Every time James says something, we should just have one of those pow signs that pop up.
The Batman pow. We do gotta have something up there. We'll work on that.
Oh my god.
This was a great week, though.
This was
fun.
It's
great.
Good downhill next week.
Good movies this week. I had a really good time with these films this week, especially The Dark Knight, of course.
Wins big.
I missed the Batmobile from the first two films. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. From '89 and Return,
you'll be fine.
I missed.
That's nostalgic. That's why. That's the Batmobile, man.
You know what it is? Because it just feels like it's so different and so unique. Like the one from this movie, don't get me wrong, I don't mind it, but it feels so much like an army vehicle. I know what it's supposed to be, but like the Batmobile just feels so fucking unique to Batman. I'm not mad they changed it.
Oh, which Batmobile are you talking about? 89?
89 and 89 and Returns.
That's basically 89 is fucking great.
Yeah, it's my favorite. 89. It's the old school. Yeah, it's my favorite car.
And I mean,
66 one's pretty rad. It is a rad.
I like the 66 one.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh yeah. Of course, I love that car. But
I want that Lego set.
With the glass dome.
same. The Legos,
Right.
with the lights. But if I
I
could
heard
get
didn't that go up on sale at some point recently? The
that car,
Batmobile?
I can't afford it. So I don't. Listen, James. There's certain things that I'll look at in window shop, and there's certain things that I know just like I'm like, you know what? I can
Not
dream
even a
about it
chance.
all I want, but when this shit goes up for a bid, there's no point me even signing in and looking at that auction online because
I know.
$35. Oh, 36.
Oh
Done.
my god! I know how I can turn Sturdy into a villain
How's that?
because I will buy
Oh shit! Here we go.
the '66 Batmobile and tie you to a chair and watch you have your eyelids up so you see me destroy it.
You're gonna have a lot. You're gonna have more than just me being upset with you.
So you want to actually get that car and just destroy it in front of Sturdy.
Well, to make him turn into a villain,
You hear this?
that would push him over the edge.
Okay.
I
He'll
mean,
snap.
it wouldn't really push me over the edge because I don't own it.
Actually,
and I think-
How about all the Batmobiles? Just line them up and blow up one at a time, like in movie order.
Why?
I don't think you're gonna survive
No, it's
very
not
well.
why, but I'm
And-
saying something like that. I think he would flip because he has cars getting destroyed.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is I
I
would have
think this is
nothing to
getting
do
off topic.
I would have nothing to do with happens because I'm just like, listen, man, there's people that are bigger Batman fans. They're just crazier than I am. That'll just,
No, it's also with the
Carefree,
old
Jake.
car shit. You're a car guy.
I would just I'd figure something. I'd figure out a different type of revenge.
I'll
thing.
figure something out. I'll get therapy. I'm all right.
No. I'd have to do something to
I'll
cheese.
get there.
I just have to do something to cheese that makes you shit every time you eat cheese, or you're just allergic
I'll
to
still
cheese.
eat it.
Lactose intolerance.
You need to think of something better than that. Because I'll say
are
the
you doing?
toilet.
I wouldn't want you to die, James. I just want you to be
I don't
very uncomfortable and upset.
Sturdy goes off topic. I'm trying to fade my way out, but he keeps.
Don't blame that on Sturdy. You're the one talking about blowing up Batmobiles.
You started this.
I'm gonna check out that disclosure.
All the moral of the story, walk it off. There's
Yeah,
worse things going on in the
Dude,
world.
they're saying that's probably Steven Spielberg's best movie in like 20 years.
James
I mean,
is-
I've liked his movies for the last 20 years, so I don't know what people are fucking talking about.
Sir,
but I
you're
get what
right.
you're saying. I still think people need to see Ready Player One again because it was such a good fucking
That's a good movie. That was a good movie. I thought I was going to hate it, but I liked it.
Oh, I fucking love that movie. That was my favorite movie of 2018
Why do we never get another Ender's Game?
because it sucked.
I mean, it was okay. People could have been better then.
That's true. I agree. Why have we not got another V for Vendetta? I need to know how things turned out.
He's been vindicated.
Fuck. Thanks for ruining it.
V for Vendetta.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Now we're just shooting the shit.
Yeah. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, I have to pee.
I
I
wanna
actually
go to
do
bed.
too. I have to pee. So
Odyssey, Grandizer.
Wash
Yeah,
up.
let's see.
Thanks, Grandizer. Johnny, you're right. I'll make the Joker a good guy. I'll break him. I think I'm more
I wish
chaotic.
we could fucking go back in time and stop those stupid Joker movies from being made.
one of these
Yeah,
days.
that's
one
dumb
of these
as
days.
shit.
I have
I
not,
didn't,
did
I
not
didn't
watch
like the first. I didn't watch part two.
I didn't watch either
Gaga.
one of them.
Fuck out of here.
I didn't watch either one
They,
of
they
them.
had mind powers over some people. They were like, "We're Joker as well," and then it's all red pill or whatever.
Fucking
People got all angry. I could
That
not
was like
stand these movies. I was
it was
like,
like
"Are you
part
fucking
musical.
kidding me now?"
Fuck that shit.
Which movie was this?
Joker
Joker
and Joker 2.
With
Bali
Phoenix.
Adu.
fucking sucks.
Yeah. But we're getting on out of here, people. So listen, check out Fade Theory. Check out Worst Aim Gamer Ever. Check out Sword and Bar. And of course,
I'm
the
not
Scene
crying.
Snobs every Monday at 8:00 Eastern Time. And this Monday, Stir 30, he's gonna be there. So you guys should you need to be there too.
Gonna
You should be
review
there
it.
every Monday.
Maybe I'll join too.
No, you're good.
No, I don't want to ruin Nick's show. I can't.
You're gonna ruin my show.
So yeah,
Yeah,
tune in.
I don't want to say
Tune
crazy
in.
shit.
Tune in.
I don't want
You
to bring
have
up like
Final run.
you set me up though. You set me up with the Island and Robin thing because he's young. You set me up.
I didn't set
like-
you. You didn't
All right,
have to take
Are you
it.
saying Mick just set you up with a pedophilia joke?
Yeah,
That's right.
Damn.
he did.
I didn't
I
say
said
you.
no, I
You
was-
just went for it. Like that's a difference.
Dude, I can't control my thoughts. I say as soon as I think it.
That's
gotta
not my
read the
problem.
line.
It's your problem.
Well, if you were there to
Maybe,
raise
yeah,
him,
maybe if you were there to raise him, Mick.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God damn it.
So
It's
good
coming back
example.
to me. Yeah.
All right, guys, let's go.
give him a good example. But here's another good example. We'll be here next Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern time
Yeah.
for Batman vs Superman and The Dark Knight Rises. So you should be here for that.
7 hours worth of movie.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
yes. We're back Thursday, Horror Stars 30, with Bring Her Back. Yes. Bring Her Back.
Yes.
So tune in for that
I'm
this
excited for
Thursday,
that one.
8 o'clock Eastern time. I can't wait. You can't wait. They can't wait. See you guys there. Thanks for popping by, and peace.